talking with Elaine Lockhead, creator of the ThinLine saddle pads. Elaine, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So you're a former FEI dressage rider. How did you get involved with ThinLine?
Well, I was riding Lipizzaner's and having a lot of trouble with saddle slippage. And we were using cruppers and foregirths and couldn't get a saddle to fit. And then one day someone handed me this square little product and said, try this. And I stuck it underneath my saddle, and lo and behold, the saddle never moved. And then as I continued riding in the product, I suddenly discovered that my horses all started going deeper and rounder. And I was able to suddenly sit that really jarring Lipizzaner trot we all know. So now I've switched over to reining horses, and yeah, it's great fun. And the same thing, once again, the horses are going deeper and rounder, and I'm staying stationary in the saddle, and the saddles aren't moving. And so we've designed an entire product line for the Western horses as well.
Across the board?
Across the board.
English and Western?
English and Western. We have a saddle pad for every single discipline, and I think every single horse out there.
What would you say makes the ThinLine technology so revolutionary for the horse world?
Well, it works different than any other product on the market. And the reason is everything else on the market works on a compression philosophy, so that it compresses, and when you put weight on a compressible product like a saddle pad, once it compresses, it bottoms out and it's no longer effective. And then the second thing that happens with the compression product is once it compresses, it then uncompresses, which means the rider is sent away from the horse. And what you want from a horse product is to create that harmony and to sit close and not move and be one with your horse. And that's what ThinLine technology does, because the shock moves laterally across the pad, and it's no slip. And it's breathable, so the horses don't get hot.
Are these products only for advanced horses or upper level riders, or can anybody benefit from them?
Anybody can benefit from them. The ThinLine is what we use in all the young horses because it just will absorb so much impact so rapidly that when you're riding a young horse and they make a sudden movement, they don't
need all the help.
Yeah, they don't feel that slap in the saddle, and so the young horses stay very relaxed and they'll lift their backs more rapidly. For the beginner riders, they can sit more quietly. And then the horses lift their backs more, so that the beginner riders are able to learn to sit on horses that are going correctly. The ultra thin line products, when you don't need as much impact protection, but what you need is stability in the saddle. The ultra thin line products are used almost exclusively by the top professionals. And it also is the only product that has ever been endorsed by spinal surgeons for riders with back problems, because it's so effective. Most of the time people think of ThinLine products as being a therapeutic pad for the horse. But if something is really working, you should feel it in your back as well.
You've mentioned boots, and ThinLine saddle pads is not about just saddle pads anymore. What other products do you guys have?
So we have an entire boot line, and we have a girth line. One of the nice things about the girths is that all of our products are infused with USDA-approved antifungal agents, so it actually keeps the skin healthy. The ThinLine breathes, so it ventilates, and when the ThinLine heats up, it will mold to the horse. So in the boot, it's like getting a custom fit every day. And we're getting ready to come out with bridles, and this year, ThinLine riding breeches.
Is that maybe what the folks were out there riding in?
Yep, they were riding in some of the prototypes.
A little advanced preview?
A little advanced preview on the ThinLine riding breech. That's right.
I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's really cool to do products that are entrepreneurial, forward-thinking, taking the classical world of horses and bringing it into the 21st century.
Thank